Hey guys, so my name is Leon, and today gonna be talking about Big Brother 22, episode 12. So with that being said, let's get started. So the episode starts off with Enzo nominating Kevin and Kesa for eviction, which for me, I think those are fair noms for Enzo. Enzo, nominating Kesa as a clear threat, which is good for, Enzo, because there's no reason for him to like not nominate Kesa. Kesa's somebody majority of the house wants out anyways. And then Kevin's an easy pawn and somebody who's no one's gonna want to take out right now, even though Kevin feels blind, so that Enzo nominate him. I think it's a good move by Enzo like to nominate Kevin at this point in the game. So then, speaking of Kevin, Kevin goes talk to Enzo, say, "Hey, why do you nominate me?" And Enzo's like, "Hey, you're not going home. You're not a target. Blah blah blah." And he tries to reassure Kevin, and Kevin is listening to him, even though he's still upset. Kevin is like, "All right, cool," but Kevin in his mind is kind of annoyed by Enzo by nominating him, and also he says something like, "Hey, I'm not a pawn, but I'm a queen," which is it was a funny. I'm not gonna lie, that's a funny way to describe yourself and to give yourself confidence. So Kevin, we'll see what happens. See if you can win the beetle. Anyways, then we go to another segment of Enzo talking with Kesa now, and Kesa tries to tell Enzo like the same, like not same thing, but Kesa tries to say, "Hey Enzo, I want to work with you. I have no allies up, blah blah." But Enzo's like, "Hey Casey, you came to me too late. There's no reason for me to keep you." And if I'm Enzo, why I agree. There's no way reason for me to keep Kesa. Like, yes, just like, and I know the fan base loves Kesa, and I love Kesa as well. Kesa is one of my favorite players. Watching him for season 6. But if I'm Enzo and I never talk game with you, then you're gonna probably go up, and there's no it's a bus about it. And Casey should have poached him early in the game, but he didn't. So now he's on the block. Then it goes to the segment of David and Bailey talking. Bailey's encouraging David after David feels upset that he let Cody, Tyler, and Davon down by telling each other that about, hey, like Davon said stuff about Tyler and Cody, and Cody said stuff about Davon. And as a result, he lost trust in those three as allies. And Bailey's trying to encourage her, hey, you're still in the game. Just keep a low profile, blah, blah. And I think it was nice for Bailey to do that. And I like the game that Bailey's playing right now. She's playing a really good under the radar game. She's controlling emotions, all that good stuff. Well, now we get to Ian, who's another person that hasn't talked to Enzo up till this week. And I think from difference between Ian and Kesa had a ride or die engine now. Ian, you can say Nicole's ride or die, but also I think it was really bad for Ian to not talk to like someone like Enzo earlier, because Enzo now, even though he didn't nominate you, he's on Enzo's radar, and Enzo, if Kesa wins the veto, wants to backdoor him potentially. And if I'm not Kesa, if I'm Enzo, I wouldn't blame him. Ian's a threat. He won the game. He never talked game with Enzo up to this week, so why not? I wouldn't mind Enzo backdooring Ian. I think that's a good move. But Ian has to, he's trying to keep a low profile. Ian has to do better in building relationships, or else he could be an easy target to go home in the next few weeks. So hopefully Ian can, get himself in the game and expand his relationships with others. Anyways, before the Beatles play, we get a segment of Memphis and Casey talking and Memphis's morning show, and I feel like I don't know, it was a wasted segment for me. Like I get it, he's trying to show Memphis as like a different side of him, but I don't know. I just feel like we could do without it. And I'm not trying to diss Memphis at all, but I like Memphis from season 10. Him and Down, good duo. I feel like his morning show, Casey, I don't know, he just didn't really fit with me. Anyways, the Beatles players being picked. So obviously no Enzo, Kevin, and Kesa are playing. So now they need to choose three more. Kevin gets house choice. House gets choice. Chooses David, and then Tyler and Bailey got the other two chosen by the random draw. Anyways, being being chosen before the Beatles played. We see a segment of Bailey and Kesa. Kaysa tries to convince Bailey to, work with him, use the veto on him if she wins it, and Bailey's like kind of feels that Kaysa was condescending towards her, which is, I don't know. I mean, I think it could be that way, but at the same time, I don't think either Kaysa or Bailey approached the conversation good in this scenario. I just think like I don't know, they both have stuff to work on, but it's just Bailey's like, hey, I'm working with these guys, and Case is like, but you're on the bottom, and Case basically Bailey's correct that she's working with them, and Case is also correct in that Bailey, even though she's not on the bottom, but she's on the low end of that power structure, and as soon as they break up, Dibble and Bailey gonna maybe one of the first few targets along with probably Danny, essentially. So Case is trying to warn her, I guess, in his own way. So but Bailey's like, hey, I'm loyal to Janelle, but I wasn't loyal to you. And I don't know. Did not like that Bailey tried to close the door off to Kaysa, but I understand that she tried to preserve herself. So I guess it is what it is. Then you get to another segment of Tyler and Enzo talking about, about the players being chosen for the video, that they're happy that all the players that was chosen was people that mostly in their lines. So they're like, yes, we have good choice. And they try to encourage each other to win it. And then Cody comes in and then talks to them as well and is happy about the choices. So we'll see if any one of them wins the veto. Cody's not playing, but like Tyler and Enzo, let's see if one of them wins the veto. Then the veto is being played. Memphis is in a weird like magician suit. Anyways, it's like this video is kind of interesting because it's like this is like a competition that you think is a more HOH based competition, so I appreciate that. But at the same time, it's interesting that they made this kind of comp a beetle comp, like a endurance comp where you stand, you get the thing splash to your face and all that stuff. But anyways, as you all know, Kevin wins the veto. It's good that Kevin wins so that he can win comps. So I'm happy for him in this moment. But it comes down to him and David, and I think you assume that David would throw it, but David didn't throw it, which is still kind of weird to me, but whatever. Kevin wins the veto outright. He didn't get it thrown to him, so I'm proud of Kevin. It's good that he won here. So now Enzo got to put another person up. Christmas talks to him, and Christmas said, hey, I volunteered to go up as a pawn against Case because she, just like everybody else in the house, knows that Case is our biggest threat and is going to go home. So she feels like she's safe. And Enzo's like, at first, like, oh, I don't want to put you up. But Enzo's like, okay, if you're going to volunteer, why not go up? So, but before the veto ceremony happens, Danny talks with Bailey again, Devon, about the 6-6, trying to have a meeting to see who's going to be the veto nominee. So Danny tries to talk to Tyler and Nicole at the same time, and she tries to tell Tyler, "Hey, Tyler, I'm meeting," and to I guess in a way, in her own way, to kind of expose Tyler, even though like if you watch the live feeds and if you even watch the episode, Danny's not really targeting Tyler anymore, like she was in the beginning of the game. Like she actually wants to work with him and protect him, but I think it was sloppy that Danny tries to do a slick six even meeting, even though she didn't mention the slick six. She sketched out Nicole and tried to get Tyler to do a meeting with her. So and Tyler got pissed off about it. So Tyler, just like Enzo, just like Cody, but not really, but definitely Enzo and Tyler, like we need to get Danny out in the next few weeks. But anyways, um, Tyler talks to Enzo about it. Enzo's like, yeah, we gotta get rid of Danny, but maybe right now, maybe later. So, anyways, the veto happens. The veto ceremony happens. Kevin wins the veto. He takes the stuff off. And Enzo, because Christmas says she'll volunteer, puts Christmas up. And now Nom's case in Christmas. And I think this is a good move by Enzo. Enzo doesn't lock the boat. Everybody still likes him. He doesn't choose like a side. He doesn't expose his real allies. Yada yada yada. And I guess that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. Because our final noms are gonna be Kevin and Christmas. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and more recaps coming soon. And bye bye.